Um, sorry about that. But the main combo piece that we need is the Radiant Greninja. We can only play one copy of this in our deck, so we want to search it out as soon as possible so then we can start discarding energies, getting cards into rotation, draw two cards. It's really, really good. And also another attacker and a note to Lost Box, which is the most important thing. And then finally we have Squawkabilly EX. Squawkabilly EX basically is just there in case we need to get going turn one. Moving on from there, we're going to go on to our item cards. So, of course, we're playing the triple Dark Patch staple of the deck. We want to cycle out our dark energies from the discard and start going from there. Searching for our dark energies, we have 3 Earthen Vessels. Very, very good card. Lets us discard 1 card to get 2 energies from the deck. So we'll obviously be trying to discard a energy or dead cards in our hand. We have 4 energy switches. Basically switch energy off the Galarian Moltres. We play 3 Battle VIP Pass. This is a really good card. Lets us bring 2 basics to the bench. However, it can only be used during the first turn, which makes me hate it. 2 Nest Balls. Why? Well, because I don't have a third or fourth Earthen Vessel, which would take the place of 1. And then, quite honestly, the other one would be filler. So I decided to add a few more ways of getting to Radiant Greninja. And also getting to Darkrai and Roaring Moons. And then finally, for the items, we have 4 Ultra Balls, great discard outlet, and also searches us a Pokemon. Following that up, we have our items, which is just going to be 2 Ancient Booster Capsules. But wait, why aren't you playing 4 Steelstone? Well, honestly, I've been debating it, but I much rather use the V-Star power for Starbus to get items back. So we'll just use Ancient Booster, get the 90 HP, and get the ability. We have 4 Status Vitality, attach up to 2 energies to our Ancient Pokemon, draw 3 cards. Great way to turbo out the energy from the discard. Playing 1 Boss's Orders. I like the card, I also don't like it, because it's very situational in my opinion, because most of the time I'm just going attack, attack, attack. But in the off chance that it is a matchup against Shinpao, I know I need to kill the Baxcalibur as soon as I can. In other matchups, I need to figure out what I need to kill. Playing 2 Ionos as hand disruption, outs to Lost Box, and other decks that gain a lot of advantage. Goldango, for example. And also, if I need to draw cards. We're playing 1 Arven. Wait, why are you only playing 1 Arven? Arven is literally only there for Lumineon to search. Outside of turn 1, I want to be using Status Vitality. If I see Arven after turn 1, I kind of don't want to see it, but it is still a resource that I can use. We have 3 Pokestops to turbo out our items, and also to allow us to do Calamity Storm rather than Frenzy Gouging. So basically we use it, and then we get rid of it. And then the rest is going to be 3 Water Energy, and then the rest Dark Energy. Playing quite a bit of energy. A lot of people question me when I say that I'm playing this much energy. I like it because I like to be able to have the resources still in deck. And with how much I turbo through it, it just feels right for me. 3 Water Energy are to get Greninja online so I can use that to pick off like Frigibaxes and Comphase. And plus, Roaring Moon doesn't really require, or requires 2 Dark Energy, so I can use a Water Energy to supplement the last energy. But that is the 60 card deck that we are going to be running with this weekend, in all of its oversleeved glory. Am I nervous for this? Yes, I am. Am I excited for this? Yes, I am. Do I think I'm going to do good? I'm hoping so. Because otherwise, well, either way, we did get quite a few tops recently, so we'll have to see how the deck plays out and see how well I play. Because all it comes down to is how well the player plays. The deck can be as great as you want it to be, but the second you misplay and you don't come back from that, then yeah. So I will see you guys in a bit with the results of everything. Alright. So, here is the final deck list. We got my favorite sleeves, and we got the Eevee mat, and also things have been rarity bumped where I could, because I like playing with shiny cardboard. I'm a Yu-Gi-Oh player. Anyways, we got 4 Roaring Moons. My friend Aiden was kind enough to give me the full art, and he's been basically one supplying trade stuff for the most part. So this is our main attacker and the main focus of the deck. This is the card that we try to turbo out turn 1, and we're able to at least 8 out of 10 times be able to set up and start attacking. Following that, we got the main focus of the deck, the reason why I built the deck, 2 Glaring Moltres. Basically a nice way of recurring the dark energies from the discard pile. I will be sad when it's gone because it's my favorite, but the deck is still going to be really, really good without it. We're doing 2 Darkrai V, 2 Darkrai V-Star. I know a lot of lists have been cutting this little engine out because for more consistency, but I like it as the secondary attacker. I was told that Iron Hands would be the secondary attacker, but I tried it out and quite honestly did not like the way it played out. So I like Darkrai V-Star as my secondary attacker. Moving on from there, we got the one-ofs. We got the staple Morpeko EX. Or Morpeko. Morpeko is basically free retreat and does 70 damage and moves the energy. We have our Mew EX restart, free retreat, and we can also copy an attack and draw 3 cards if we have less than 3 cards in our hand. That is very important. Lumineon. Lumineon is very good because it lets us search out any trainer from our deck. We do have quite a few different targets, but ideally we want to go second. Search out Lumineon, put Lumineon down onto the bench. Lumineon search Arven. Arven gets us the combo pieces that we need to start going. Or we search out Professor Sada and go from there. But alright, so here we go with the finale, the League Cup. Holy crap, this was intense, this was hype. There was like 21 players there, so literally like probably 5 rounds. Unfortunately, it was only a best of 1, but still, it was really hype. I want to thank you guys for joining me on this crazy ride and everything. I hope you guys enjoyed everything. I'm sorry that I wasn't able to actually like record matches or record anything else other than the online gameplay. I hope you liked how I styled everything together. And quite frankly, I am going to be trying to do better at this. So maybe like taking notes during the games. Because quite frankly, during my opponent's turn, I don't really need to do much. There's not much in turn from like Yu-Gi-Oh! So, anyways, round number 1 was up against my friend Quentin and his Shimpao deck. So, not as super close as I would have liked, considering this is the first round of the tournament. And quite unfortunately, he seems to have the same problem he does with every single match we've played. He's just not able to set up as quickly as I can. So with that, we easily take it, and so we knock out a Shimpao, we knock out another Shimpao, we knock out something else. Easy, just easy. And, like with Shimpao, in the matchup versus Roaring Moon, it all is dependent upon who gets the first kill, and if you're able to force them to Frenzy Gout. Like, if they are not able to get to stadiums, yeah, then Shimpao obviously has the upper hand. But, I digress. Always a fun match playing against him, always interesting. And I always like playing against him because we have like this good back and forth banter. Round number 2 was versus Charizard. It was a super close match, but getting it down to 1 prize versus 2 prize. I managed to Iono him during the last pick and made it so that he, depending on what he got off his Iono and a top deck, if he got the card that he needed, which unfortunately he did, but also misplaying horribly a few turns kind of made me mess up, but being able to come back from that and bring it back from a five prize sweep down to a very close 1-1. I realized that if I didn't misplay, I would have probably actually taken the match. But I'm only human, and I do misplay quite a bit. And this guy's also like a top contender, like a judge, professor, whatever they're properly called in the Pokemon community. Really good play. Really good play. Round 3 was versus Galaxy and his Lost Box Giratina deck. A match that I really should have won, but I managed to pull through and take the win. Man was able to place down Pass from Peak like instantly. I was not expecting him to be playing it. I did not expect it to come out as quickly as he did. But being able to play through it by using Radiant Greninja to take out the Compies and Darkrai V-Star, basically helping me control the game. It was a super close match because single prize decks are something that I'm not good against. And the fact that I adjusted my deck to be able to play against Lost Box actually really comes into picture, as being able to take out a lot of the smaller supporters like the Compies and other threats before they actually become threats really helped out. But he was also able to swing it back into his control for the majority of the match. So it was a big back and forth, and it pretty much came down to, do I top deck a way of killing Giratina with my Roaring Moon, which I do end up doing and taking the match win. Holy crap. So far being 2-1, I have a fairly good shot of making top 4. Originally was going to cut to top 8, but it came out to be top 4. Next 4 was against Charizard again, and it was a super close back and forth match. This one was against a player that I'd never seen at the store. We had quite a number of players that just came in from other places, and it was a good wrestling of who was back and forth. What did I even write right here? Knocking out 2 mins before Zard got knocking out 2 Mons before Zard got up, bossing out my Moon, knocking out 2 Charmanders on the bench with Greninja. So basically, throughout this, I was able to control the match and make it a 4 or a 2-6 before he was able to knock out my Moon. And then I knocked out 2 Charmanders on the bench with a Greninja, and then set up another Roaring Moon and knocked out the Charizard there. But it was like a super close match. Like, he bossed up a Moon that was not set up to help stall me for a bit, but thankfully I remember that I had game in my hand with a way to set up my Roaring Moon rather than... Wait, no, that's not... What happened to this one? Oh yeah. I just had a way of setting up the Roaring Moon and was going hard. Round number 5 was against Gardevoir, and it was a very close game again. For a good majority of it, I was able to keep control until near the very end, where I realized that I was out of energy in my deck. Near the end, my one Roaring Moon that did not have an energy to attack or do anything with, I wasn't able to do anything. But then I managed to top deck Asada, which got me to a Pokestop, which then got me to an energy switch, which let me basically take the game from there. Being able to get 2 energies onto that Roaring Moon, swap it out, and kill it, or kill the Gardevoir EX with my one Roaring Moon that was set up on the bench. It was a very good play, and it almost worked because he was sniping cards off my bench while keeping the Roaring Moon that was not set up in play. So, ending off the round robin Swiss with a 4-1 record. Guaranteed top 4. Holy crap. That felt amazing, and you should have seen the smile on my face when I heard that I was top 4. Like, I believe there were only 3 people that were either undefeated or 4-1. And I was a part of it. The other person was 3-2, but he managed to have a good record. So, going on to the first match of top 4, we go up against Iron Hands Lugia, which is something I've never seen. And it was a very rough matchup because I had to use Frenzy Gouging to knock out Lugia, which left me open to the Iron Hands, which I had to then Frenzy Gouging, which left me open to the next Iron Hands. Both the matches, because these were best 2 out of 3, I unfortunately could not get my win condition. Game 2, I was going to set up and try to kill the Lugia as soon as I could before it could V-Star and he could get the Archeops into the drops or this game. Unfortunately, I was not able to do that. So everything bundled down from there, but all in all, considering we came 3rd place in this league is really, really amazing. I've only been playing for probably close to a year now. And in a tournament this big, my first one for Pokemon, made me feel really, really amazing. The fact that I've played Yu-Gi-Oh! Since it came out, and I've never been this close to topping a big event like this. It's a very emotional thing for me, and the fact that I did it with a deck that I constructed myself from sealed product trades means a whole lot. Like, it's such a great feeling. And watching the plays, like, I realized where I could have done things a lot better. But that's part of the learning experience. Like, my version of the deck is not exactly like other people's. Some people don't run the water energy. Some people run Iron Hands. I found the water energy on Greninja to be really useful because 9 times out of 10, I did not use Iron Hands when I played it. There was too much setup for me to do and too much risk, rather than just having taking out the 2 Iron Hands and 1 energy, replacing them with 3 water energies, and saying let's go. So, oh no, that's the end of this one. Third place. Let's see if we can do better in the next season. Until then, I'm Rune, and I am going to see you guys later.
Ash all over, spit it out, some game's over. Tear off the fear, the end is coming in, spit it out like a spear, I'll burn the dread. No soul, robust, be bust, justice to the man with no life. Tear off the fear, the end is coming in, spit it out like a spear, I'll burn the dread. Justice to the man with no life. I will. Invisible hands are behind you just now. If you ever win that race against rage, then you became cause it's no man's land. Masters in heavy rain, ultimately fame. Make shots slave, what they've done is in vain. Counting AK-47, 24/7, but you got 11 persecuted by heaven. Comes from the direction, no indication. You got to let it move first, let it out, let it down, let it inside, let loose, let it in, depress. Let's get it up. Then what you gonna do is drop the hammer down, drop.